Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a twin flame shadow reading. So it's going to be for those of you out there that are experiencing some sort of challenge with your twin flame connection. So if you're in a really good high vibrational place, this may be a video that triggers you. So it might be one that you don't want to watch. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to turn out negative. It's just really going to showcase to us what's going on that might be holding us back, as well as our twin flame at this particular time. So just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. Some of this video may resonate and other parts may not. I just wanted to go ahead and do this because I literally just came off of a recording on my Instagram channel of showcasing all of my shadow decks. And so I thought, you know what, while I have them out, I'm just going to go ahead and use this as an opportunity to do a shadow reading. I think I've only done maybe one or two before. Not a lot of people are huge fans of shadow readings, which is totally fine, but sometimes it is necessary for us to explore in order to heal certain things that are happening within ourselves and within our connection. So I'm going to be using a variety of decks here. They're all going to be darker, and I'll list them in the description box below. If you guys are interested in knowing a little bit more about these decks, or just kind of seeing just different aspects of these decks, I did do an extended version on my IGTV channel. So you guys can go ahead and take a look there if you're interested. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. I am going to be using an outline that I found on Pinterest. So it's not a spread that belongs to me, but I just saw it and I was like, you know what, I think that this would be kind of cool. And the name that's connected to it, I can't even, it's a Tumblr account and I can't see. It's actually blurred out for whatever reason, and I don't know if that's because someone else was using it, but anyways, I'm just going to be using it as some inspiration to get the messages that we need today. So what we're going to do is we are going to focus by bringing up some topics within the particular outline. So the way that I want to start off the reading is I am going to use my Twin Flame Shadows deck. It's only appropriate. This deck I did create. It is available in my Etsy shop if you guys are interested. If you're international, you'll have to email me, which I'll put in the description box below for a special link to order. So let's just go ahead and shuffle and see. The very first thing we're going to focus on is what is haunting us. Okay, what is haunting us and what is haunting our twin flame at this particular time? So we're going to focus on us, and then we're also going to focus on them. What is haunting us and our twin flame at this particular time? Let's go ahead and take a look. This is going to be for what is haunting us and what is haunting them. Okay, interesting. So I am going to go ahead and draw some tarot just to kind of clarify some of this information. But the very first thing that we're getting for ourselves is repelled. So one thing that is haunting us, we feel perhaps that our twin flame is repelled by us, repelled by our energy. Some of you might feel that way because maybe you reached out, you got ghosted, you got cut off, your twin flame is kind of acting in a very cold and calculated and distant way towards you. And so this might cause you to feel like they just don't want you, they don't care, they're not interested, whatever this is bringing up. So this is literally haunting you at this point. You might be feeling very low vibrational right now because of this energy. Your twin flame, it looks like, is in the energy of stagnation. So they are afraid perhaps of stagnancy, of settling or staying stuck, whatever this is. It might just be that that's a shadow that they're drowning in right now. They're literally haunted by this energy. They might be stuck in a situation that they're not even happy in, that they feel like they can't get out of. As you can see on this particular card here, we have this man and he's got this, scarf that is just, it's like chain link scarf that is around his mouth as in he cannot speak. So it might be that your twin flame's energy is really stuck right now and they're really stagnant. And so it could be one of the reasons that they're maybe blowing cold your way, or this behavior your way, is because they are in fact haunted by their own shadow of stagnancy. So let's go ahead and go into the El Goliath Tarot, and we're going to pick up some other key information here to see what this has to do with. What is this repelled energy about in regards to our own shadow? We have the Page of Swords. When I see the Page of Swords is in their head. They're stuck in their head space, and the stories that they're telling themselves can be really, really ugly. And so that's what I'm really picking up on here. So if you guys are resonating already with the message that somehow you're feeling like your twin flame is repelled by you, you're feeling as though they hate you even, or they're just disgusted by you, or they want nothing to do with you. It's not to say that your twin flame is not exuding this kind of energy and that you're not picking up on some kind of energy like that, because it does look to me like they are in some sort of, mode of their own, which may be causing them to act this way. But the story is actually really worse that you're telling yourself in your head than it actually really is. It's not saying it's just in your head, but it's the way you're processing this. It's the way you're processing this information. So the story that you're telling yourself is way worse than the reality actually is. And that is what Spirit is trying to tell you. So this is what's haunting you, your own thoughts about it, your own feelings about it, the story that you're telling yourself right now. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what this energy is for your twin flame in the stagnation energy. We have the Four of Wands. What's really interesting, you guys, is what I'm getting is that some of them are very, very stuck in a situation. This is only going to resonate for some of you out there, but some of you might know that your twin flame is in another relationship. Some of them, it doesn't actually have to be a romantic relationship or a commitment in that way. It could have something to do with their family or their structure or where they're at in life right now, because that's how I see the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is our foundation in life. So there is some sort of stuck energy. They're stuck perhaps in the material world, trying to build up themselves, trying to create a foundation, trying to build their life up. So that could be another reason why they're just very focused there. And so since they're so focused there, it's very difficult for them to maybe talk to you, communicate with you, want to work on this connection with you. And for others, it could be because they are stuck in a situation. And because they're stuck in a situation, it might be that their energy towards you is kind of cold. And it's coming across this way because maybe they're frustrated with their own situation. Sometimes when people are frustrated with their own situation, they can tend to kind of take it out on you. And I just kind of feel this dynamic here with this particular deal. So let's go ahead and see what demons are at play here. So these demons are going to come from the Demon Tarot. And this is really kind of an oracle deck, not really a tarot deck, but it's one that I don't quite understand. So I will be reading out of the book for this, and I'll show you guys on camera so you guys can see the meanings. But what demon is kind of running rampant right now? Sometimes these demons could come through as just energies that are around us in the universe, or they can show up in other people, meaning that they can come through as external influences. What demons are at play here? We have Andros, not sure how you say that. And we also have Abigor. Okay, so 2 A's. That could be significant for some of you out there, especially if you know somebody that has the first name that starts with the letter A, or perhaps there is initials AA. You know, you never know. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Demon Tarot. Andres. Here we go. Okay, so it says that Andros is a perfect example of risk versus reward, especially when the reward is harming others. Is it worth it, really, to harm our enemies when the risk to ourselves is at best to do things we know are wrong, and at worst to cause ourselves greater harm? Beware of cutting off your nose to spite your face, causing harm to others that only comes back to harm oneself. This is somebody's behavior that is literally very, very cutting, very, very calculating. So this is what I'm picking up on. If your twin flame happens to be in this energy of Andros or Andreas, however you say this, that is because this demon, and I'm not talking about like for real, this is just a metaphor, you guys. Some of you may believe otherwise, totally fine. But my belief system, this is energy. This is shadow. We all are made up of shadow and light. So we're all going to fall to the pitfalls of our own ego and our own fear. Some of us believe this is outside of ourselves, and like I said, you can look at it that way too. But anyways, that's besides the point. Take this as energy. The energy of Andros is around possibly your twin flame, possibly around you. Maybe you're hurting yourself by your own thoughts, thinking the worst, thinking the worst thing, or maybe you're even acting in certain ways that aren't good for you. Maybe you're reacting in a negative way. But I'm also getting this energy that there might be someone around your twin flame that is in this energy. So this could be that they are trying to be a certain way, trying to appease this particular person. So now they're being cruel towards you, and that does not make it okay. But it's not an excuse. But I'm just trying to tell you guys that there might be some sort of energy at hand here. It could even just be your own twin flame's energy, as in because they're fearful, they have that sword and they're taking that sword and they're being either very, very cold and calculating towards you. So Arbogor, let's take a look and see what we got here. Here we go. Okay. Many of the most powerful generals in the world, good and evil, winners and losers, are remembered not only for their skill in battle, but also for their rousing speeches and the loyalty of the men and women under their command. Very few of us do battle with weapons on a daily basis, and yet we still often need a keen strategy for skirmishes of a less violent nature. When we are fighting alone, it says, and it is also worth remembering that sometimes we shouldn't try to fight alone. Gaining the love and loyalty of our team may make all the difference. So the divination is focused on fostering loyalty and building teamwork skills. So this is actually a demon that is in more of a light, okay? So this is telling you, yes, it's something about power and control, but sometimes it takes for us to be in our shadow to bring us up from the ashes, to help us to survive. So not all shadows have to be negative. Some shadows are necessary in order to protect us, in order for us to fight back, in order for us to defend ourselves. So I really feel like this is appropriately placed. I really feel like this has a lot to do with the twin flame, and I feel like this has a lot to do with your energy. So you're literally just trying to defend yourself when it comes to whatever the situation is that might be coming from your twin flame, or maybe it's in the environment of your twin flame. Regardless, you're trying to basically defend yourself. You're trying to guard yourself and protect yourself against further feeling this repelled energy. Okay, now repelled could also be that you're putting your hand up and you're repelling this energy and saying, no more. I'm cutting you out. I can't have you in my life. So some of us might be haunted right now by our actions to cut our twin flame off. Maybe some of us had to do that in order to save ourselves. Maybe some of us had to do that because we were literally drowning in sorrow. So that's another energy that's also coming through. So very deep stuff so far. So let's go ahead and get some more energy, because I got a lot of decks here and I'd like to use them all. And I just would like to bring forth as much information as we possibly can. So let's go ahead and get another tarot here. We're going to tap into the Ghost Tarot. What is some of this other energy that's haunting us? It's only appropriate to use the Ghost Tarot for this. What other energy is haunting us? What energy is haunting your twin flame about you? Let's take a look at that. How is your twin flame being haunted by you or the situation between the two of you? What does that energy look like? Oh, dang. 9 of Swords? Oh, this is a card of haunted energy. I mean, out of all tarot, I swear, I feel like this is the card of nightmares, being haunted, being awoken at night by a nightmare, by your guilt, by your shame. What I'm getting here, you guys, is that your twin flame is definitely haunted by thoughts. They're up late at night. They're thinking about this. Whatever has happened here, they've got some anxiety about this. They're not resting peacefully. They're not completely out of the woods. So if some of you, they've done something and they didn't apologize, you didn't get any kind of closure, you didn't get any justice, I'm just getting here that their own shadows, their own karma is still surrounding them. It's almost like it won't let them sleep. It won't let them lie. Okay? So some of you might take some sort of restitution in knowing that your twin flame isn't scot-free here. They're still having to deal with some residual energy. Okay? So let's go ahead and see the energy that's connected to you, what's haunting you about them. Okay, so this right here is the Queen of Coins. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's a queen. I'm like, okay, she's got breast. I think it's the queen. The Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles energy. So what might be haunting you about your twin flame? There could be a couple of things coming through with this card. This is either a person that's attached to them. Okay, so that's haunting you. That's keeping you up at night. You're very focused on the partner that they're with or the partner that they chose perhaps over you. You also might be very focused on this feeling of not feeling good enough. Because the Queen of Pentacles is really in a very high vibrational energy where she feels really good about herself. She feels like she is independent. She feels like she's got her life together. This particular energy, though, coming through as a shadow, it might be that you just don't feel good enough. Again, this person's energy, your twin flame's energy towards you may not be helping the situation. But again, the stories that you're telling yourself are actually making them worse than they really are. So very interesting energy. What seems to be the shadow of the connection? Let's just say that. What is haunting this connection at this point? Where does it seem to be stuck? Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the Mary L. Tarot for this one. Where does the connection seem to be stuck? Oh, there it is. Four of Swords. Okay, so where it's stuck right now is that it's not moving forward. That it's basically not, you know, there's no action. There could be a separation, yes, but Four Swords is a card of taking a rest, taking a breather, taking some time to heal. So there is not really a lot of activity perhaps going on with this twin flame connection. And that just kind of seems to be where things are stuck, where things are kind of haunted. Are people taking this opportunity for the separation or this time out? Are they taking this time to heal? Are they doing what they need to do? Are they taking care of themselves? Because the Four of Swords is a card of taking care of yourself. Are you taking that time to take care of yourself? Let's go ahead and get another message with this. Let's get into the Moonology cards. Where's the cycle when it comes to healing? Where's the cycle when it comes to healing? Says a new romantic cycle begins. This is very interesting energy, okay? So remember, this is the energy that is about what's haunting the connection right now. People want a new cycle to begin, okay? They do. But the thing is, what I'm picking up on here is that the healing has not occurred in order for this new cycle to begin. So let's get another card on that. See, don't let your past hold you back. And I feel like the past is holding this connection back. The past is haunting this connection. So it just might be that we are, you know, unable perhaps to let something go from the past. We can't heal from it right now. Maybe somebody else is in the twin flame that you're watching this video for. Maybe they're unable to at this time let their past go. Their past is holding them back. So it's like there's a past energy that still needs to be healed in order for a new romantic cycle to be able to begin with your twin flame. So that's kind of where things are haunted, where things are halted at this present time. Okay, let's get one last message from an oracle deck. So this right here is called the Count Marco's Cards of Cardamancy. We have the Two of Clubs. So the particular signs that are connected to this card is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So this club suit talks about ideas, thinking, dreams, communication, and detachment. So there is some kind of a message here, perhaps, about communication. So it says disappointment. It's also the energy of summer. So currently here, you know, in the States, it's summertime. So this could be where it's currently at. Some of you, that might be completely opposite. Disappointment and opposition. Financial difficulties. Need to overcome obstacles. So you see already it's a card that's challenged. Okay. Need to overcome obstacles. Being proactive and taking action. Brave and courageous. Speak your mind. Use your originality. Rely on personal power. Snatch success from the jaws of defeat. So this is definitely talking about an energy here of partnerships and cooperation. It takes two to cooperate. It takes two to communicate. But there's all kinds of things that are happening right now with communication. So what I'm picking up on here is that maybe there isn't a lot of communication. And if there is communication, it seems to be in opposition. And it seems to be very disappointing. So this is what's haunting us right now. It could even be our last bit of communication with our twin flame is something that we think about. It's something that keeps us up at night. It's something that we just keep rolling around in our heads over and over and over again. You know, like an old record that just keeps playing over and over again. It's just literally haunting us at this point. So I think it's time to move forward into a new direction. Let's move forward here into the next portion of this reading, which is talking about what windows you need to look through. So this is going to be kind of like a way towards the light, a way towards the light. So let's see what we get. So we're going to go ahead and again grab two topics here, one for you, one for your twin flame, in regards to looking through a window towards the light. This is for you. And this is foolish for your twin flame. So what I'm immediately picking up on with this projecting energy, it might be that we are projecting blame, okay? Instead of looking towards the light and grabbing the light, healing, moving forward in that direction, it might be that we still want to project blame. We might want to project blame onto our twin flame. We might want to project blame onto other people for our issues and our problems. It's really easy to do. It's really easy to do, and it's really easy to get stuck in that cycle. So what I'm getting here for the person watching this video, if you're resonating with this, it might just be a way to start to look towards the light, is to project towards the light and not project onto other people for blame or even for your happiness. Your twin flame seems to be in the energy of foolish, meaning maybe they just feel too down, like they've just screwed things up so badly. Maybe they feel like a fool for their current circumstances, and that's something that's causing them to not be able to go towards the light. So let's get some more energy on this. So we're going to go ahead and tap into the Darkness of Light Tarot for this one. Okay, so this right here is the Emperor, and it's reversed. So this is telling me here that we may be projecting our blame. We might even be projecting our fantasy onto a masculine person. If you're a feminine watching this video, it could be that that's the case. And this masculine's energy is in the reverse, which means that he doesn't have his life together. He's not in control of his life. He's out of control, perhaps. So this might be one of the reasons why you're projecting a lot of blame or maybe anger onto your person. If not, then this is just an indication here that you might be projecting your fantasy onto this person to basically make all of your dreams come true. And that's something that you have to get out of. You have to get out of this energy that your twin flame is the only person or just the thing that is going to bring you out of your darkness, or that's their own. If they would just only do this or they would only do that, then I would be happy. That energy right there is going to keep you stuck. So let's go ahead and take a look at your twin flames energy here. That might be keeping them hostage from the light. They're in the energy of the Page of Cups. So what's interesting about this here is I'm getting a few messages immediately. Some of them may have children. Okay. Some of them might be in other relationships and they have children and they don't want to leave that situation because they don't want to leave their children. For others, Page of Cups is a very young, foolish energy. It's not mature. So the way that they're acting is very immature. They're not taking responsibility, perhaps, for their actions. They're not taking responsibility for what they've caused in the situation. They might be acting like a victim when really they're not. They might be even projecting blame onto their situation as I can't do this or I can't do this, and making excuses. So there's definitely some sort of an energy here that's really preventing people from going towards the light. So let's now take a look at the Chronicles of Destiny Oracle and just see what we get here. Chronicles of Destiny Fortune cards is what this deck is called. What else do we get here? We have bliss. Yeah, so we're definitely projecting our happiness onto this masculine energy, okay? So this is really, really something that's holding us back. We could move forward towards the light, but for some reason we are holding on to either this negative energy that's tied up with this masculine, or we're projecting all of our fantasy as in this is the only thing that's going to make me happy in life. So this is preventing us from moving towards the light. What about the masculine? Or the only reason I'm saying masculine is because I feel like this is a feminine perhaps, but it may not be. So what about your twin flame? Conflict. Exactly. So this is an energy here coming from your twin flame that there's a lot of conflict when it comes to the situation that may involve children, or when it comes to their own immaturity. Some of them may not be able to offer any more than just a crumb to you, and that's just not good enough for you. And it, you know, for some of you, it shouldn't be good enough for you. You deserve more. You deserve more perhaps than this twin flame is ready to give you at this present time. But the thing is, they're in conflict with themselves. They're in conflict perhaps with their life, with their decisions, with their environment, with their responsibilities. So this makes it very difficult to go towards the light. Not impossible, but it does make it difficult. So let's go ahead and take a look at the, let's see here. Let's go into Lucy Cavendish's Oracle of Shadows and Light and just kind of see what the most likely outcome is in regards to going towards the light. For the person watching this video, what's the most likely outcome when it comes to going towards the light? Okay, sewer mermaid. So this is the thing. Whenever I see the sewer mermaid, it is talking about, you know, being in sewage, but seeing the beauty within all the sewage. So it's about coming out of the darkness and going into the light, seeing the bright side of a situation. So I definitely feel for the person that's watching this video, you are going to be able to get through whatever this is. You are going to be able to either stop projecting the wrong, you know, image, or stop putting your eggs all into your twin flames basket and really move towards just kind of focusing on you and taking care of yourself. What about your twin flame? See, holding on way too tight. So your twin flame is definitely more in a challenge, okay, and you could be as well, but they're really holding on tight and they're being very, very stubborn, and they may not want to change. They may not know how to change. They may not have the tools in order to make these changes that they need to make in order to disconnect perhaps from whatever's keeping them bound or stagnant. Okay, so they might just be kind of drowning in their misery right now. They might just be drowning in their own ways. And maybe some of them are not miserable. Maybe some of them are just perfectly fine to be alone. But they're really holding, you know, happiness at bay, perhaps with another person as an intimate connection, such as with you. So there's definitely something that someone might be doing in order to sabotage themselves, or they're just in conflict with their situation and they don't know how to get out of it at this time. They're not willing to let it go at this point, is what I'm getting here. So this is one of the reasons why you want to make sure that you do not put too much expectation for your ultimate happiness on your twin flame right now, because it does look, for those of you that are resonating with these messages, this isn't going to go for everybody, but you got to make sure that you take care of your own self, you know, be in your own beauty, be in your own bliss, be in your own energy, create your own bliss is what I'm getting here. This person may not be able to create any with you right now, but you can certainly create it on your own and for yourself. So why don't we go ahead and get one last message here for the connection. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. for the connection. We have pleasure. You know, this is beautiful. This just tells me here that we can still see the silver lining in the situation. So maybe right now it does seem like there's a lot of shadows and there's a lot of darkness, but guess what? It's all in the way that we see it. It's all in the way that we basically view the situation. And we can already see that the person watching this video, you're telling yourself a certain story. You might be seeing things in a more negative way than they really are. And that's not to say, you know, that we're condoning wishful thinking and staying in a state of, you know, unrealistic expectations. But your life is what you make it. So you can be in this energy here of pleasure and sensuality and celebrate your own beauty and feel a lot of bliss because of that, okay? Or you can see this as a situation, as in, I'm not going to be happy until, or this person is the blame for all of my problems. I see that and hear that a lot in this community. You know, this person is if they would just change, I could be happy. You know, twin flame or not, it's not good to do that to anyone. We are in control of our own happiness. We're responsible for our own happiness, first and foremost. So this is about raising the vibration. It's about coming out of this energy of darkness and going towards the light, towards yourself, choosing you. Okay? So let's go ahead and move forward into the next section of this reading. And what doors do you need to open? What doors need to be opened at this present time? So why don't we go ahead and take a look at this right here is called the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. What doors need to be opened right now? And let's go ahead and go into some more shadows here. What doors need to be opened right now? This is you. I'm getting here, live a little. And twin flame, cold. Okay. So immediately what I'm getting for you, person watching this video here, is that this irresponsible energy, this is about living a little. This is about letting go. This is about not taking life so seriously. And we can already see with the energies that have come through so far, sensuality and pleasure and beauty. It is a time for you to just maybe not take things so seriously, not be so rigid if you've become this way. So we definitely want to be in an energy of not necessarily full on irresponsible, but maybe tapping into that side of ourselves that just doesn't take things so seriously. It's a card for this. Yeah, High Priestess here. The thing is, this is about being, you know, in this energy of coming out of your shell, but also having the wisdom to navigate it. So this is not about completely losing yourself and throwing caution to the wind and saying, oh, fuck it, you know, whatever. It's not about that. It's the energy here of just kind of staying to your own self and consulting your inner wisdom and letting your intuition be your guide when it comes to navigating your life. But it's just about loosening up a little bit and just opening yourself up. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on here. So what about your twin flame and this cold energy? What door? I think that's how it was phrased. Hold on for just a second here. What door does your twin flame need to open? Cold. Okay, let's see what this has to do with. What I'm picking up on here is that they need to open up to the cold, hard facts. That's what I'm picking up on here. They need to open up to the cold, hard facts. The Fool is about just starting fresh, starting new, taking a chance, taking a risk. And I'm just seeing that your twin flame may be very uncomfortable when it comes to letting things go, even misery, even a miserable, uncomfortable situation. They may not want to let this go because it's all they know. It's because they have to stay because of this, because of that. Maybe they don't want to lose certain assets, whatever the situation may be for some of them. Maybe they just don't want to lose themselves, perhaps, in a connection. They don't want to let you in. But this energy here isn't serving them. So what they need to do is they need to open up a new door. They need to open up a new door and explore new territories. That's what it is. So both of you, this is about doing something different than you're doing right now. For you, it's about maybe opening yourself up. And I'm also getting that for your twin flame as well. So let's go ahead and get an oracle card for this. What do I want to choose? All right, we're going to tap into the Madame and Doors fortune telling cards for this one. Interesting. The High Priestess is all about secrets. Your secrets are safe. So this is the deal. What I'm getting from this is something that you hold sacred, okay? I'm getting from Spirit here, you can open this door and you can still keep this part of yourself. You can still hold on to that. You can still move forward in a more adventurous way, let go a little, not take things so seriously, but you can still keep this to yourself. You can still hold on to this, but you're holding on to it in a more healthy way. You're not holding on to it out of desperation. Now you're able to move forward and live a little and have some experiences, maybe perhaps outside of the situation, but you can still hold on to it and keep it safe. And this right here, this is the oracle. It says seek wisdom and guidance from elders. So people that are wise, people that are maybe even older. So for your twin flame here, this is an indication that as they go to take this risk, perhaps make a decision to start fresh, start over, they need to seek counsel. So this is either counseling, a good friend's advice, trusting this advice, consulting people that understand and know, consulting the higher self. So this is something that's going to help your twin flame to open a new door, to kind of creep out into the new energy, is by consulting perhaps an expert, consulting somebody that may help them to make this transition. Interesting. All right, let's get another card here. What else do we got? This right here is the Tarot de la Nuit, and I know it's not how you say it, but that's how I say it. Ace of Pentacles, fantastic. This is definitely about a brand new beginning and a fresh new start for you. This is about moving forward in a fresh new way on a fresh new cycle for the person watching this video. So I'm just getting here, like from the universe, it's a green light. You can creep open. You can open this door. You can start fresh. You can start new. You don't have to leave this behind, though, entirely if you don't want to. But this is telling you here that you can move forward in a healthy way. What about for your twin flame? Interesting. The twin flame with the Hierophant's energy, but in the reverse. So this is about letting something go. This is about, seriously, I'm picking this up, a divorce. When I see the Hierophant, it's marriage and commitment, family. When it's reversed, it means like that's something that they don't want. They don't want the conventional ways. They don't want the commitment. They want to be commitmentless. So this is definitely in regards to a commitment and breaking that commitment. But if they're not committed right now and that's not your situation, it just could be that they really are detached from their emotions. They're really detached from wanting to take a risk and let you in. And so this is about advice from a higher power, advice from a wise person. You know, maybe even a therapist, somebody that can help them to get into touch with their emotions. Because this unconventional card here is just like, I just want to be free and I just want to do things my way. And maybe doing things their way, they're going to remain detached and cold in life. And maybe that will serve them, maybe it won't. Who are we to say, right? But this is a shadow reading. And we're trying to open up the information to show us what we can do to start to peek through into the light. So let's go ahead and tap into the Halloween Oracle for the connection. Interesting. The future is unknown. It's veiled, though, so we can see somewhat. So as far as this connection is concerned, we can sort of see how things are panning out, how things are going. But it's not completely clear. The veil is about the future. The future is veiled right now with this connection. So basically, until we start to take these steps in a new direction and do something new, for some of us, we may have been doing the same thing over and over again for a long time, and we're just really not getting anywhere. We're not making any headway. So this is saying to try to do something different for a different result. The future is veiled. It's still unknown how this thing is going to possibly come together. And so if you can't see it clearly, it is about taking care of yourself in the meantime, okay? Let's go ahead and get another oracle to top this off. This is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. I am reborn. See, this is about a brand new start. The butterfly ferrets. Butterflies are about transformation. So I am reborn. So somebody has to choose in order to do something completely in a new way. to be liberated, to be reborn in this situation. As long as we keep doing the same things over and over again, we're just not getting anywhere. So remember, this section of the reading was called, what door do you need to open? You need to open a new door. You need to open to a new way of being. So if your twin flame is stuck and not wanting to walk through this new door with you, you must walk through this new door yourself. Maybe they will follow, maybe they won't, but regardless, you'll at least be taking care of yourself, and that's important. So let's move on to the next portion of this reading. We're going to now focus here on what cobwebs you need to clean. So some of this information might be redundant, but you know, that's okay. We're just going to keep exploring our shadows. What cobwebs do we need to clean? We have cowardly for you, and what about for your twin flame? And we have one-sided. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and tap into the Vampire Tarot for this one. What is this energy of cowardly? Energy of cowardly for us. Interesting. This is about moving forward victoriously and successfully. Are we afraid to move forward? Are we afraid to be happy? Are we afraid to move forward successfully? So that's the Six of Wands here. So the Six of Wands is definitely an energy here of victory and success. But we're afraid. We're afraid to move forward. We're afraid to, in a way, we're afraid to be happy, perhaps. Maybe we're afraid to just actually move forward without our twin flame and find out that we are happy. I'm getting that for some of you. Some of us are afraid to do that. We're afraid if we do that, then somehow the connection meant nothing. Somehow the connection wasn't a twin flame connection. That's ridiculous. Just because you have a twin flame connection doesn't guarantee it will be successful. We can still move forward and be successful on our own, and we can still be happy without our twin flame. But some of us are afraid to do that because if we do that, then somehow we're failures in the twin flame community. We're failures at union. This kind of mindset and this kind of belief in this community is really keeping a lot of people stuck. You know, we got to live our lives, raise our own vibration. You know, be a pillar of strength for your twin flame. Be an example for other people. Staying stuck and crying about it and not doing anything and just staying in pain isn't doing anything for the collective, and it's not doing anything for yourself or your twin flame connection. So what about your twin flame? We have one-sided. This is a cobweb that your twin flame needs to clear. Maybe they're only able to be one-sided. Maybe they're not able to let you in. Look at that image. Yeah, Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands here is a feminine energy. The Queen of Wands is very warm. You know, she's somebody who we desire. What I'm getting here is that they're not able to connect with you. They're holding themselves back from you for whatever reason. And this is a fear. So let's get some more information on what this has to do with. Why is this energy here? Why is this energy of fear or somebody holding themselves back from this connection? Why is that here? Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and go into the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti and see what this has to do with. What is this energy here of being afraid of victory and success or being happy? What is this connected to? Interesting. So this right here is about being in control. I feel like this is a saying here that you're afraid that if you put this down that you're going to lose it. You're afraid that if you don't keep tabs on it, if you don't, you know, control the whole situation, whether by your focus or by working on your something, then somehow you're going to lose out. Somehow you're going to miss something. And I'm just getting here that that's just an illusion. You're only holding yourself back at this point. It might be that some of you are spending all of your time watching your twin flame, watching them on social media, waiting for their situation to basically play out, you know, being a part of the drama, being a part of the movie, being a part of their situation if there's third-party stuff going on. And you're afraid that if you're not a part of it, that somehow you're going to lose it. So this definitely was dead on. We're afraid to basically move forward. We're afraid to be happy. We're afraid that if we quit this, that if we don't give it all of our time and our focus and our energy, that somehow we're going to lose it. What's to lose besides misery and unhappiness and feeling stuck? So we can choose it or we can stay stuck. We can continue to do this. We can continue to play We can continue to pull the strings or allow perhaps this feeling, this connection to control our lives. What about your twin flame? One-sided, Queen of Wands. It's connected to this. Interesting. I'm getting here that your twin flame is so focused on how they're going to look. They're so focused on how other people see them, what other people are going to think of them. You know, how people are going to judge them, perhaps, if they were to perhaps make a decision to be with you or to take a chance and to take a risk. For some of them, it may be that they're only able to focus right now in the material world. That did come up in the beginning of the reading. There might be some sort of an energy here where they're very focused in the material world, and so they're not able to focus on an actual connection, like a deep connection. They're very focused on themselves right now. They're very focused on just them. It's a very selfish energy, very narcissistic energy. And I'm not saying that your person's a narcissist. I really, when I say that, people run with it. It could be for some of you, but not for everybody. But somebody is just very one-sided. So what I'm picking up on, you guys, it's not you. It's not you at all. Okay? It's not you. You're doing great. You're doing, I mean, your energy is great. You're attractive. This isn't a flaw within you. This is a flaw within your twin flame. So at the beginning of the reading, we dealt with the energy of being repelled, as in we feel like our twin flame doesn't want us. So somehow it really, really takes a crack at our self-esteem. It's really not the case. Your twin flame is caught up in their own crap. They're trying to find themselves and they don't know who they are. And I'm also getting for some of them that this right here is a front. It's a front. Who they're acting with you and who they're portraying to be isn't who they truly are. So this is an energy here of, if you've got somebody who has got all these mirrors around them and they're able to be different ways in different situations, they are hiding their true self from you. So until this behavior is cleared up, remember these cobwebs are cleared up, you're only going to see one side of them. You're only seeing one side of them right now is also what I'm getting too. So we have to take that into consideration, that until this person loves themselves, learns to accept themselves for who they are, then they're not going to be able to actually show you that side of them that you really, really need them to be in order to be in a union with them or a successful connection. Wow, pretty deep stuff there. Let's go ahead and get another card. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want? Let's do... Sorry, I got a lot of different decks over here, so I just want to make sure I'm getting them all. Okay, and I gotta turn this because it's just, this song is just driving me nuts. Sorry. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the Inspiration for Survivors deck. Okay. Inspiration for Survivors deck. What do we got here? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what would be the lifeline. What is the energy that we must take in order to pull ourselves out of this web? We have captured the moment. We cannot live in the past. So Spirit's telling you right here, you can't live in the past. You can only live in the present moment. You can't live in the future either of what may or may not happen. You've got to learn to live in that present moment. We have this beautiful feather here that this person is trying to grasp. This is about blessings. This is also about signs from above. You know, this is about being in the present moment and learning to be happy in the present moment, in the present circumstances, even if you are not with your twin flame. So that's going to help to pull you out of this energy of moving forward in a harmonious way for yourself. What about your twin flame? What do they need to grasp in order to survive, to get out of this web? Even the tiny bits of light offer hope. So this is about little tiny aspects of hope. You know, your twin flame might just be in such a dark space that they just can't even see the good. They can't see how they're ever going to get out of a situation, or they may not be able. It might just be that there's tiny, tiny bits of light that come through, but it's not enough to sustain them completely to pull out of this one-sided energy. So they're still trying to find themselves is what I keep getting here. They still haven't fully found themselves. And so unfortunately, that makes it very difficult for them to show you anything different. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get another oracle card. This right here is called the Wisdom of the House of Night. This is for the connection. We have playful. This is beautiful energy. So the playful energy here, look at that cute little cat, you know, just about ready to bat whatever that is coming down, like it's catching something. So for the connection, this is what I'm getting. This is just about raising the vibration, being in a more playful energy, not taking things so seriously. And that did come up for the person watching this video. This is about not taking things so seriously, being in that kind of irresponsible, playful energy, being in that energy of sensuality and pleasure. That's the key. That's the key to all of this darkness, is to just lighten up the energy, and you're going to have a better experience. You're going to have a better time. You're not going to feel so dark. You're not going to feel so just perplexed by this whole twin flame thing. Okay? It's just about lightening up and having a better time in life. This is not the end of the world, is what Spirit is telling you. Okay, so let's go ahead now and focus here on what you need to cleanse. What you need to cleanse. We have silenced, and we have emptiness. Okay, so what do we need to cleanse? Silenced. You go ahead and get some information on this. This right here is the Wild Unknown Tarot. What are we silenced about? What is this? This right here, Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the deal. This is what needs to be cleaned up right now. Feeling like an outsider, feeling shut out. Literally, this person here, her lips are sewed shut. She feels silenced. She feels stifled. She feels like she can't move forward. This Five of Pentacles is rejection, and it's the sadness over that rejection. Feeling like somebody has closed the door, that we don't belong, that somehow we're on the outsider or on the outside, that somehow we don't belong in someone's world. This is about turning the energy around, you know, and taking your power back and making a choice to say, you know what, I don't think that I'm ready for this, or I wouldn't want it in this state anyways. I'd only want this connection if this person, as in my twin flame, is ready, or treats me with respect, or apologizes, or makes these wrongs right. This is about not settling for anything less than that. So the story that we're telling ourselves is that maybe our twin flame doesn't want us. But this is about turning that around and finding that power, taking that power back, because this is all just being out in the cold energy, feeling stuck, feeling like we can't move, feeling like we have no control. So I'm just getting a loud message from Spirit. Take your power back and change the story. Change the story that you're telling yourself. Hell, even change the story you're telling other people. Maybe we're saying things like, if somebody asks us, you know, how you doing? You know, I'm still bummed out over this situation and that situation. Maybe next time try, I'm doing great. You know, I'm taking this class, I'm doing this, I get back to the gym, you know, change the story. This is a very sad vibration here. So what we're getting here is that we need to cleanse this energy. We need to cleanse this behavior. We need to cleanse this belief that somehow that we've been rejected, that we're on the outside, that we don't belong for whatever reason. Okay? What about your twin flame? We have emptiness coming through for your twin flame. There we go. Okay, so we've got the Father of Swords. The Father of Swords is a very hard energy, okay? Sorry, I just got to change some here. Father of Swords is the King of Swords. King of Swords can sometimes be very, very cold, very distant, very disconnected. Your twin flame has already come through like this once before in this reading. Now it's connected to the emptiness card. This behavior just has to change. This behavior needs to be cleansed. It needs to be rid of. Also, the King of Swords is a card of somebody that takes deliberate action, They're practical and logical about what they need to do. So if your twin flame is caught up in situations that are not serving them, or the two of you are not able to come together successfully because they're tied up in another situation, this is about taking matters into their own hands and creating something instead of sitting and wallowing in that energy of emptiness where nothing is happening. The Father of Swords will create some sort of change. They will take some sort of action. They will make a deliberate action and take a logical, practical approach and just do something to pull themselves out of this emptiness energy. So let's go ahead and get some cards from the answer deck and just see what this has to do with. Yeah, see, this right here is connected to your energy. It's like an ending. So however things ended with you and your twin flame, or that maybe you just feel like they're over, and so the sadness, you're like literally stuck behind this door that your twin flame may have closed on this connection, or perhaps maybe you did, but you're really stuck in this energy here, and that needs to be cleansed. We need to pull ourselves out of the darkness of what's over or what's not happening right now, or how that door is closed. It's like we're just focusing on the closed door. We're just reiterating to ourselves that that door is closed. Like we're almost torturing ourselves, thinking about it every day of how over it really is. And let's take a look at your twin flame. Yeah, see, he's got to take power. That's the thing. He has the power to change this. I just said he. I think it's because of the word father. But this twin flame of yours has the power to change, has the power to take that sword in his hand and create some sort of action. It's there. They can clean up the situation. They can do it. So a lot of you, if you're in that energy of making excuses for this person that says, oh, they can't do this because of this and because of that, it's a choice. People have the choice on whether or not what they want to do and when they want to do it. And it is a choice, of course, for you that you're either going to wait for this to take place or you're not. So the Father of Swords has the power to change their circumstances. And that's what's going to clean up things for them and possibly for your connection. So let's go ahead and go into the Chicoli Tarot. Get some more information here. What is this here? This is the Knight of... I actually don't know. Oh, I think it's the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. This is a deck that I actually don't use very often, so I just wanted to... No, it's not the Knight. It is... Hold on for just a second, you guys. It's not a Queen. Oh, boy. It's not a King. That is a Page. Yeah, this is a Knight. Okay. This is a Page, and I believe it is the Page of... Hold on for just a second. What is this? I think that's the Pentacles. Yeah, it's the Pentacles. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. I never use this deck. And there it is, Page of Pentacles. So the Page comes through again. There is, for some of you, not all, there are children involved. And this is a part of it. Somebody is a father to a child in a situation, or else it wouldn't come through like this. So they do have the power, though, to make some sort of change when it comes to their circumstances that are regarding children. Okay? For others, the Page of Pentacles is about a brand new beginning and a fresh new start, something solid. To me, this is the Page of Pentacles, to me, in tarot, if there was going to be like a proposal of marriage or commitment or let's get back together, it's the Page of Pentacles for me. Okay? There are a lot of cards that do indicate that as well, but for me as a reader, that is it. So that is literally what is stopping someone from coming back or offering you something solid, is because they refuse to step into their power and to handle a situation, whether it's outside circumstances or whether it's just their own state of mind. They do have the power to change this. They don't have to be this way. They're choosing to be this way. So that's why it's so important for you not to stay focused and hung up on what's not happening right now. So we've got to clear that energy. Remember, this is what you need to cleanse, what you need to cleanse and purify in your life. So let's go ahead and go into this Card-a-Monster poker deck. Let's see what we get as far as what we need to cleanse from our life. What do we need to cleanse from our life? We have faith. We need more faith is what it is. We need to have more of a sunny disposition. That's why that sun is there, okay? We need to have more faith in ourselves. We need to have more faith in the universe. Sometimes people blame the universe, and I get this a lot in my comments, which is the only reason that I'm saying it. Why would the universe deliver this relationship or this twin flame connection to me that's making me so miserable? Why would they set me up to be with somebody that I could never be with? You know, the thing is, it's all in the way that we look at it. We can look at ourselves as a victim, or we can look at ourselves as there's something for us to learn. Not all of us are going to be on the same, we're not going to all be on the same page, meaning we're not going to be on the same page with other people. We're not going to have the same type of connection that other twin flames have with their twin flames. We're not always going to be cookie cutter. Some of us have very unique situations. Some of us are okay in being in separation. Maybe some of us are even okay with being in separation for this lifetime as a whole. There's all kinds of levels of twin flames. So don't compare yourself to other people. Just because other people maybe have it differently than you doesn't mean that this has to be a doom and gloom situation. So let's go ahead and get some energy that's connected to your twin flame. Oh my gosh, parenthood, you guys, I am telling you, there is something specific for some of you that are dealing with a twin flame that is a mother or a father or a step parent even. Somebody that is dealing with children issues, as in they're having a very difficult time leaving a situation due to children. Now, that's not going to resonate for everybody. So if that's not your circumstances, this is about growing up. The pages are about children, childish energy. So your twin flame needs to grow up. Your twin flame needs to stop being a child. Your twin flame needs to grow up is what I'm just getting here from Spirit. And they have the power to do it. So if they're saying, you know, I'm just not ready for commitment, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that, or I just want to travel the world, that's their choice. They're choosing to stay young. They're choosing to stay in that energy. And that's their choice. And because they have free will, we got to let them do it. But what we can do is we can live our lives and we can choose happiness in the meantime, okay? So I feel like there was enough information there on that one. I don't think I'll get to all of my shadow decks, which is okay, because I don't want to force the messages. So we're just going to go ahead and end this reading with this last thing, what you need to banish. So this is about what we need to get rid of once and for all, what we need to seriously get rid of, whether this is an attitude, maybe even for some of you a person, whatever the deal is, let's get it. So we're going to go into this deck here, which is called the Silver Era Tarot. And let's take a look at... This is a deck that's interesting. It's called Playing Card Oracle by Anna Cortez. So this is a deck that you need to get off her site, but this is a playing card oracle. So she's got a specific messages here. So I'm going to read them out of the PDF file that she sent me when I purchased this. So let's go ahead and I want to make sure that I get to that. What do we need to banish once and for all? What do we need to banish once and for all? Okay, what do we need to banish once and for all? So this is for you. We have the Three of Cups. And your twin flame has the page, another page, you guys. Your twin flame keeps coming through with pages, pages all day long. That's either behavior or that's children. So the Three of Cups coming up for you, I don't know why my voice suddenly got so high when I said that. The Three of Cups for you is definitely a card of happiness, but it can be third-party situation, meaning it's time to pull away from that. So if you've been messing around with the twin flame that's got another situation going on, you got to banish this once and for all. You need to be done with this behavior. You got to put up your boundary. You got to say no more. I'm not doing this. I can't do this anymore. I can't be the on the side person. I can't be a person that you're just going to eventually choose one day that's just kind of sitting around. This behavior's got to change. And if that's not your circumstances, this is a state of mind. We need to banish this unhappiness, this misery of I can't be happy. I can't be happy until, or I'm just so down and out or so just sad I can't even get out of bed. This energy has to be cleared once and for all. Your twin flame, Page of Swords. Page of Swords, again, is about that tactless, childish energy, not communicating well, or making excuses in regards to children. So let's go ahead and get a message that's tied to this Three of Cups reversed for you. We have the 10 of Hearts. This name of this character is Bethany. Could be a special message for a Bethany out there watching this video. And for your twin flame, Fortuna. 2 tens. That's very interesting here. Tens are about the completion of a cycle. Tens are basically about, you know, we need to end this cycle once and for all, and we need to move forward. Let's do it already. Let's stop messing around. Let's stop wasting time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So I just need to pull myself over to the tens here. I'm reading this off of my iPad, okay? So we've got the Lady of Hearts, which is 10, Bethany. Bethany inherits the moonstone ring from her father, reflecting the heart suit's affinity with the luminous celestial body whose deep rumblings pulse through the veins of every member within the heart kingdom. She is relentless yet changeable as the tide itself. This lady is unique in that she maintains the innocence and purity of a child while embodying the passion and depth of her bloodline, sensitivity, romance, gullibility, and focus. So this is the deal. This is about not allowing this situation to take away from you being a loving person, you being basically open-hearted. Don't allow what's happened here to harden you. You can still be in this energy here. This is like the Page of Cups energy to me in tarot. So it is about still opening yourself up to possibly, if that's what you want, new circumstances, new beginnings, friendship, good times. This is about not allowing this situation to harden you for the rest of your life, to basically cause you to feel, you know, just no happiness, no joy. There's definitely this energy that you can choose it. You can choose to be happy or you can choose to be dark. The choice is yours. Okay. Now we're going to go into the, what is this here? 10 of Clubs, Fortuna, a woman of many personalities, but identifying with none. Her magical necklace, a symbol for the air kingdom, gives her the ability to slip in and out of different realities. Adept of dreaming, unpredictable, flaky, an actress, lighthearted, clever, and enigmatic. Holy smokes, you guys. This is the energy of the person, your twin flame, that has come through this entire reading. You know, some of them might just be in that energy where they're able to show you a certain side of themselves, but then they're also able to show somebody else's different side of themselves. This is a lady of different faces. This is somebody who can be very flaky, unreliable, you know, promising the world but delivering nothing. So you're dealing with somebody who's in this very immature energy. They're unstable at this time. So again, we're ending the reading with the message of try not to put all of your focus and energy on this person for your happiness. This needs to be banished. We need to stop doing this. We need to definitely stop doing this. So let's go ahead and get, what else do we want to get here? I'm going to tap into an oracle deck that we already used. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go into the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle, just to see what we come up with here. What needs to be banished? We have voices. So it says, with a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for there is where they guide. Don't really quite understand this, but this is someone who's standing here and then she's got these voices. So these voices are tugging at her gut and they're feeling them with romance, okay? But she needs to listen to the gentle flickering within what she's seeing. So this is about the voices versus what you're feeling and what you're seeing. So that's really interesting to me. So what you're telling yourself, remember that came up in the very beginning of the reading, the story that you're telling yourself, the voices that you hear in your head, this needs to be banished. We need to banish that inner critic or that inner voice that's basically sabotaging us. It needs to be rid of. For your twin flame, we have spider. It says, what a wild web we weave, dear child, a delicious mystery untamed. So this is about a web that we have created in our lives, and I'm seeing here that your twin flame has created quite the web now, haven't they? So whatever they've got going on is a sticky situation. And again, it might be a situation that you're all caught up in. You're all in it. But this means this has got to be banished. You've got to banish yourself from wanting to be a part of this web. This is also a karmic web is what I'm getting to. So you don't want to be a part of creating karma, especially if there are other people involved and there's lying and there's deception. And now you're acting out of integrity and now you're creating bad karma for yourself. So this is an energy here where we want to get out of the spider's web. The spider's web is waiting for prey. You don't want to be a part of the prey. So your twin flame here needs to basically deal with their crap. They need to deal with their karmic web. They need to basically deal with getting their karma. If some of them have taught or told a lot of lies or created a lot of issues, it might be that they need to now experience things to clear up this web of crap that they've created. So I feel like this is definitely telling us what we need to banish. So I'd like to end the reading with just some final messages from Spirit, just to kind of take home, today when it comes to this reading. What can you take home from this reading in regards to just maybe some positive, uplifting messages? Let's see. And what's interesting is that I didn't use these twin flame shadows for the very end. I wasn't guided to, I guess. So let's see what Spirit has to say in regards to some messages for us. What are some messages? What do I want to use? Now, there's so many decks I wasn't able to use, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to use these. Beautiful Creatures Tarot again. What Spirit wants you to know and understand just about all this shadow, all these shadows, all this stuff. Well, we do have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a beautiful card. It means that we can be content. We can be content with our family life. We can be content with the happiness, that is around us, the support system of other people. Again, we can choose to look at all of those cups and see what we have and just bask in the glory of what we do have in front of us rather than what we don't have. So again, it's coming through as the choice is ours. We can look at the situation, that cup is half empty, or we can look at it as half full. Nine of Wands. Interesting. So do you see this Nine of Wands? This is definitely a card of perseverance and hanging in there and fighting for something. So this woman, she has on this cloth, this picture, which resembles Christ, with the thorns and the sacrifice and the crucifixion and all this other stuff. We can really, really focus again on all of the hardships, or we can push through it. We can push through it with stamina and strength and not let it take us down, not let it ruin everything for us. And this last card here, see, this is the Chariot's energy. The Chariot is about moving forward in a very positive way, being absolutely determined, because that's what Nine of Wands is. To me, this is the sister card. Chariot is about determination. Nine of Wands is a card of hanging in there and persevering. Very similar energy. So this is about continuing to move forward. That's why the keyword says motion. You can continue to still move forward in motion, okay? I think I'm going to have to turn this off because it's just playing nothing but crazy music. So let's get an oracle card for this one here. Oh, I wanted to fall on the ground. Let me grab it. The Black Cat. Lost magic, atonement, rebalance. So this is a perfect ending card. It really is. This is telling us here that this is an opportunity for us. Whatever has been lost can be atoned for and then restored and balanced. So this is about ending something. This is about whatever has been lost. There is some kind of magic in all of this. There's magic in this experience. There's magic. There is the sunny side, or I should say the silver lining of this situation at hand, but we've just got to focus on that. We've got to focus on the silver lining rather than all of that sadness and all of these shadows and darkness that maybe we've been in. So I really do hope that this reading helped you guys. I think that maybe some of you are wondering if this is something that can ever change, something that can really just shift in a positive way. And there's really no one on earth that can actually predict for you what is going to happen. But what we will do, since we've already gone this far, is why don't we grab some cards to just see how favorable it is that you and your twin flame will have some sort of, an opportunity to rebalance this connection. Why don't we do that, okay? Now, whatever comes through is not set in stone. So why don't we go into, we'll go into this, what do we want to do? We'll go into this one right here, which is the Marchetti Tarot. And we'll combine it with the Oracle of Visions, which is also by Ciro Marchetti. What does the energies look like in regards to the possible rebalancing of this particular twin flame connection? Let's see. Okay, so we do have this energy here of letting something go if it comes back to you. So it's about letting that bird go. If it flies back to you, it's yours forever kind of energy. So again, if some of you have been afraid to let this connection go, if it's yours and it's meant to be, it will be. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is definitely a positive card. It's about forward movement. It's about activity. So if there's been a period of activity, there's suddenly some sort of activity here. There is some sort of energy. So that's a card of pure energy and movement. Yeah, after a period of being left out in the cold, I do see that there's a warming up of energy. So it's like somebody's looking into the window. They're looking for something. They're looking for refuge. They're looking to, help themselves. So helping yourself is in the form of moving forward. So I do see forward movement after a period of activity. Yeah, and I do see that it's probably, if you're a feminine watching this video, it may be because you are taking a different approach. You are taking certain action in your life. And so what this is doing is it's actually pushing you forward towards whatever is meant for you. So if it's this connection, it will happen. And I do have the Three of Cups. That does indicate a reunion. So there is a possibility that the two of you will have some sort of reconciliation. And it's definitely after a period of being on the outs with each other. But it also is when you change your thoughts. When you change your thoughts and you change your energy, you change your life. And that is the ending message. So set something free. If it comes back to you, it's yours forever. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. If it didn't resonate with you, don't worry about it. You don't have to take the messages. All right? Have a great day. Bye-bye.